My best friend is an influencer, not big time, but with a big enough following to get free stuff and has gotten 2 sponsored trips. She still works a full-time job, but does the Instagram thing on the side mostly because of the perks. She's not big enough to live off of this yet. Anyway, this was her first trip. A little boutique hotel from Miami contacted her via Instagram and DMs and offered her all the expenses paid trip to Miami for Memorial Weekend in 2018, in exchange for her to be at the hotel and take pics and do a couple of stories. She was told she could bring a female friend with her if she wanted to, and everything would be covered for. This was her first time doing this, so at the time she wasn't really sure how it all worked. They sent her a bogus contract for her to sign, and it said that she would be responsible for paying her plane ticket to Miami and that she'd be reimbursed for it later. This was to prevent a no-show, meaning that the influencer got the ticket purchased in the hotel and the influencer never showed up. It seemed reasonable. She invited me, a gay dude, instead of a female friend because she was nervous about the whole thing. We figured it wouldn't be a big deal, and worst case scenario, they don't want to pay for my plane ticket. She'd just cover it for me, and that's it. We were supposed to be picked up by the hotel at the airport, so the day comes and we arrive to Miami. There's a guy holding a sign with her name on it, and the paper has the hotel logo. We are greeted, and we are escorted to a black SUV. Here's where it gets weird. And soon, as we are about to get in the car, the driver is visibly upset. We thought he was talking to the guy who walked us over, but he was talking to my friend. He had a very thick accent and was wearing dark shades. He was telling my friend that she was not allowed to bring her boyfriend, me, and that she said it was 2 girls. 2 girls. Hotel told me 2 girls. No 1 girl. No guy. 2 girls. He was demanding to see where the other girl was. We were speechless and confused. The guy who walked us to the car looked annoyed, got in the passenger seat, and started to fight with the other driver in a Portuguese. It wasn't Spanish. Then we turned to us and asked where the other girl was. My friend tells them, very upset by now, that there is no other girl, that she is blank, and that I'm just the friend coming with her on the trip. The big guy in the passenger seat gets out, tosses our luggage out of the car, and says something like, "This is some effed up BS." Gets in the car, and they take off. That was it. We were both in shock, utter and complete shock. My friend immediately emails Melissa, the PR person. We had been in contact through the email with her to tell her what happened. No response. We decided to take a cab and show up to the hotel. When we show up is where everything made sense. The hotel had been rebranded and had a couple different names. The owner and staff. We showed them the Instagram, and indeed the Instagram of the hotel as it used to be, but not the new one. They never contacted us. They never did anything. Whoever was in charge of the old Instagram account for the old hotel did, or whoever got a hold of it did. Mind you, this is somewhat of a big hotel account with 100K followers. It was real, but upon further inspection, we realized that the pic were so old and so were the posts. My friend felt like an idiot and would not stop crying. We did call the police, met up with a detective. Nothing ever came of it. They investigated who was running the account before, or whoever had access to it. None of the people who used to run the account had anything to do with it. Nothing ever came out of this. It's upsetting and scary to know whoever wanted to abduct my friend or any other girls by using this old hotel Instagram. Who knows who my friend is? That Instagram since has been deleted, and we never heard anything from anyone ever again. But to think my friend would have gotten kidnapped has she gone with the other girl instead of me sends chills down my spine. Be careful and creepy hotel in South Beach. Let's not meet.